Gratitude and grief, or grief and gratitude. What do these two have in common, and what does that mean to physicians? Welcome to another episode of The Worthy Physician. I'm your host, Dr. Sapna Shah-Haque, reigniting your humanity and passion for medicine. So, we are now mid-December, coming to grips with the fact that Christmas is right around the corner and that the new year is approaching. And as this year comes to a close, 2023 has been a year of ups and downs. I know I have experienced personal grief. So first off, I want to say grief is real. Grief really is an all-encompassing term that there's a loss, whether it be in your personal life or in your professional life. So, thus the term professional grief and personal grief. I find that as the year comes to a close, I'm reconciling with the fact that I'm going to be another year older in 2024. I'm coming to grips that my kids will be another year older. I'm another year into medicine, which in the past has not been so great, but now, through doing a lot of inner work and honestly coming to terms with multiple areas of grief, here I am. I have experienced professional grief. I have grieved the loss of colleagues. I have grieved the fact that being a physician in 2023 and even prior is really not what I had envisioned. But at the same time, through that grief, I have also embraced gratitude. Grief is triggered by a sense of loss, the death of a loved one, end of a relationship, end of a relationship even with work. We define ourselves so much by what we do. So as this year comes to an end, and as we get together for Christmas and the New Year, embrace the grief. It is highly encouraged to feel your feelings, whether that be through literally crying it out, running it out, writing it out, but acknowledging it and holding that presence. On the other end is gratitude, and in the face of loss, I know I have found myself reflecting on not necessarily being thankful for that situation, but looking at the silver lining. For example, the death of a loved one over the summer. Though it came way too sudden, it is not what I expected. I'm grateful to have known that person who positively impacted my life. So as we close out, again, and I've said it before, as we close out this new year, let's focus on grief, whether it be in the professional arena, the loss of a promotion, the loss of an opportunity. By saying no or by one door closing, that allows you to say yes or have another door open. So it is possible to be grateful, maybe not in the instant, but in the future, hopefully be grateful for the experience, but also for the new opportunity, for what you have learned to do and what not to do, and become a better version of yourself. In the personal realm, grieving that maybe you didn't hit all your goals for 2023, but being grateful that you're still here for 2024 and you're going to have a new start. Maybe this might seem too naive, or that I see the world through rose-colored glasses, which is actually not true. But it's all about framing and reframing and mindset. So over the next several weeks, I'm going to have a series on grief, and we're going to break it down. Why? Because we're humans, we grieve, we work with a lot of death and a lot of loss in medicine, and quite frankly, it needs to be talked about. We need to honor our humanity. Thus, the line of the opening of the podcast, reigniting your humanity and passion for medicine, because when we realize our humanity, when we embrace our humanity, we can also put the fun back in medicine. At least that's been my experience. We're going to talk about Grief, not only professional, but also personal, in the realm of loss of meaning and purpose, loss of identity, loss of control, loss of innocence, loss of time and opportunities, relationships, systems of belief, loss of what we projected as our future, loss of wholeness, loss of wonder and awe, and sense of connection. Why? Because many times, and I've been there myself, I have put too much purpose and meaning on my title and my position. I have put too much of being a physician as to who I am. I turned 40 and I started thinking, holy cow, how many more years do I have on Earth, and what risk factors do I need to mitigate to extend that, because I have several reasons to stick around. Loss of control. Most of what is external I have no control over, but I do have control over what is internal and how I react to the external world. I forgot that, because medicine has shown me that I need to control everything, and that's honestly not possible, it's not plausible, nor is it logical. The loss of innocence, I would say maybe more the loss of looking at the beauty of life. I think we get so pigeonholed in looking at what can go wrong, what will go wrong, what has gone wrong, that we really forget to stop and look at the beautiful. Loss of time and opportunity. Well, hell, I had many plans that I had written out, and my 30-year-old self would really kick my 40-year-old self for not doing all these things, traveling here, traveling there. My 40-year-old self would say, dude, life threw you some curveballs, you knocked them out of the park. Relax. Hopefully, we'll knock one of those two off the list this year. And instead of going to I hope, I will, I want to, we're going to focus on the I will. Loss of time and opportunity. 15 years ago, I would never have told you I would still be here in the state of Kansas, but here I am. I'm listing these as things that I have grieved, and in each episode I'm going to dive into more of that in detail. So in the meantime, if you have enjoyed this episode, click, subscribe, share it with a friend, because we could all use a little bit of knowing that we're not alone.